All right, what's up, my fellow Marvel fanatics? Another war here. I posted my most recent war. This is actually the first war of the season, so these are going to be a little out of order. Just haven't gotten around to uploading any of them. So, yeah, bear with me here. But I'm going to go over the strategy for each one of these fights. 6 or 7 fights this war. Made in Brazil, I believe it is, MIBR. First war of the season, season 31. Bringing Overseer, She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic, going full science. Usually I bring at least, well, She-Hulk and Mr. Fantastic are pretty much 90% of every war. That third slot, it varies. Nimrod, Overseer, other. Let's see here. I got Void, Purgatory, Man-Thing, Mangog, Sasquatch, Mojo, Hulkbuster this war. The first fight is Void on 4B, second node. She-Hulk just demolishes Void here because she purifies versus science. She has a really, mine's SIG 200, which is 70% chance per contact hit, which is ridiculous. It's super reliable, and on that node, she actually gets every purify. You get every debuff you purify, you get a passive fury. So that, in conjunction with her own native passive furies, she just smashes. And they're all debuffs on that node. None of them are passive. So as long as you make sure that opening parry, you make sure that sticks, and then you can pretty much just go to work and Void drops in 20 seconds. So Void, and then after that, Man-Thing on Power Snack. I used Overseer for that fight. Didn't really need to, but wanted to, try him out. I like Overseer a lot. I've committed Science 6 stones to him, rank 3, all that. He's really, really awesome. But I haven't really had any chance, apart from off-season, to use him in war. So I brought him this time. I died a Mojo later on. Just bad. First war of the season, jitters, I guess, but it is what it is. Let's see, Purgatory on Mixmaster. She-Hulk chews him up with the slow. Her, rather. Sasquatch on Footloose. Love fighting Sasquatch with She-Hulk. She just crushes him. Mojo is at Mojo. That's good. Mojo is at the end of the 4, 5, 6B island. But here we go. So get into it. Parry, opening parry. Go ahead and purify the heal block. Look at that. 7 stacks already. All the long distance relationship weaknesses just get purified. These basic 18, 28 hit basic, 56k level 1. Oh my, less than 20 seconds. That is how it's done, my friends. So now we got Overseer. He crushes Man-Thing. She-Hulk doesn't theoretically do it quite as fast. Could have done this fight faster, actually, but I went to Overseer's full level 3 rotation. Could have just dropped the L2. You watch how fast he gains cosmic charges against Man-Thing, because his ramp is that every time that the defender reaches a power bar threshold, there you go, he's got 1 cosmic charge, now 2. He gains a bar of power, but he also gains a bar of power if one of his one of his immunities is activated. So he's at 6 right now. I could have just dropped this L2 and ended it, more or less. And because Man-Thing's trying to nullify with his pustules, that's why Overseer just immediately shoots to max Cosmic. Wanted to get to the L3 so I can drop the physical vulnerability debuff on him. But again, didn't really need it. I mean, it's nice to have that, but I could have just dropped the L2 and been, good games from there. But yeah, watch the secondary damage, just bludgeoning, yeah, drop. Love that gauntlet, badass. Purgatory next. She is so bad. I have her at like SIG 60, SIG 80, and I would rank her up for defense if nothing else, but she's just bad. Don't like her moveset. Her kit is not very good. I don't see really any redeeming quality to her. She has some cool synergies, Apart from that, bleh. So the strategy here, get slow up so she can't evade, and then basically stick to the level 2s to reverse her power gain. She's got some sort of like, her power gain is contingent on, I think, her basic attack, like being hit with basic attacks or something. Not exactly sure, but something to that effect. I just assume the Petrify helps with all that. Attack tactics were implemented this war, but because it's the first war of the season, I was just really focused on not dying, more or less. So I didn't even play around with that until the second, third war, maybe. But yeah, keep the slow up, keep her paralysis down with the basic attacks so they don't stack, and then one more L2 should do it. Boop, boot kick. Next fight, we got Sasquatch on footloose. Awesome fight here. Just gotta watch for blocking that level 1, because even though it's a, what, 15-20% chance to stun, in war that equates to 80 to 90%. So as long as you don't block the level 1, you don't necessarily have to retaliate after it, but there is a sizable window as long as you're close enough and quick enough. Get the slow up so you can just ignore footloose and then just go to work. A little far away, didn't want to risk it. Get my bearings here. I think there we go. No, not that one. One of these. There we go. Boom. Dash in. Get a couple spam heavies. Love that. That Petrify just eating away his life. A little far away. Didn't want to risk it. Drop the L2. Ooh. Slow. Reapply. I think he's about to go into Tanorak. You gotta watch for that. If he goes into Tanorak while he's stunned, he will pop out of it. And I've been stuck quite a few times. But he's almost dead. One more level 2, and that's it. Dundee. Alright, here comes the Mojo fight. This was pretty bad. It wasn't my best, that's for sure. I always forget that you can step back intercept Mojo, and that's what I should have been doing. And I mean, first and foremost, I should have turned the dexterity buff off, but I didn't, and that probably screwed me from the get-go. Had I actually landed a successful intercept, this probably would have been a solo, even though it wouldn't have been pretty. But he wasn't cooperative. I was trying to do 2, 3, 4 back lights, and he just didn't want to cooperate. And I end up getting wrecked by Degen. So it is what it is. First war of the season. Get it out of the way, right? There we go. I get an intercept. One intercept at the beginning when I have I'm not ramped or anything. So I think that's the only intercept I land, to be honest. And Mojo, I like Mojo. If I do mine, I am going to rank him up. He's a fun champ. He's ugly as hell, but I like him, and he's got a really quick heavy attack. A lot of people get stabbed by that, trying to retaliate. You can definitely dex, evade, and counter his heavy, but you got to be really quick because he recovers fast. He will parry you. Get the double parry there. You saw I went for the intercept, and he didn't chase. I think this is where it goes bad. You take a combo to the dome. It's coming up somewhere. I've got the L3s loaded. I'm trying to get the intercept so I can go right into L3. Okay, tried. Nope, nothing. Right here. I know I'm about to take a beating. There it is. Yep, try to intercept again. He was like, nope, not having it. This was a panic L3, like, oh god. Starting to degen out. I was like, well, I'm going to take as much skin as I can before I die. That was the plan. Yeah, and then it's just like, okay, melting. Yeah, that sucked. So I rage, healed, and went back in. The funny thing is that this, you know, he still has like 44% left, and this wasn't even super fast. This actually took much longer to finish him off than I anticipated. Yeah, I was a little tilted. I still don't think I landed intercept. I think I just do it the hard way and like blunt him down with power stings and weak basic attacks. Oh, there's one intercept. I lied. But I don't have cosmic mode loaded yet, so Mojo is just being prickly. That level 1 too, it's ridiculous. It's like sometimes you'll be far enough away, and that thing, it's like the lunge is way more exaggerated than it seems a lot of times. All over the place. Idiot. Yep, stun, and then I think one more, and that's it. There it is, that secondary damage. Love it. So yeah, next fight, Hulkbuster, Mr. Fantastic. Plan is basically power stings. I was just slightly off with my calculations in terms of critical hits proccing rage. I think I was over by like 2 or 3 hit points. So I do end up proccing 4 rage on this. He doesn't go full unblockable, but it's a little close. So yeah, basically should have turned cruelty off, or at least removed a couple points. But yeah, basically I think I put all 3 pre-fights. Siphon, you definitely need Siphon for this. The other 2 you could do without. Petrify just helps with healing, and I run Max Despair all the time, so yeah, Petrify if possible, but you have to have Siphon because you just those shocks you can get a 3-4 stack of shock and it'll wreck. So the Siphon helps. You get after what 2 level 2s, you get a 3 stack of each debuff. I carefully studied him on the level 1, so the level 1's completely neutered. But really, you got to watch out for his. This node has extend, so Hulkbuster's unblockable on the level 1 is really long. So you got to watch for that. Plus, if you do get stunned, then that's just good game. You're pretty much done. It's like a 10-minute stun. You just sit there, get smashed in the face. But yeah, you can see I'm at 4 rage. I think I was a little scared that last heavy was going to send him to 5, but it didn't. Refreshed. Possibly could have dropped a level 3 here to kill him, but didn't want to risk it. I just let the power sting do the work. I think he kills himself here. 10k. And my last fight here, Mangog. It's generally a passive power gain mystic on this node. Mangog, She-Hulk destroys him, but she does really need a Petrify pre-fight, if nothing else. Combat power rate, sure, but she already has some native combat power rate versus mystics in her signature. But any additionals is definitely welcome. But the Petrify, necessary. Level 1 start. I never take the invulnerability approach on this node. Always level 1 start. Always power back. Never 5k combos. Stick with 2, 3, 4 versus Mangog, so he keeps his hatred low. I think I dash in here. Yep, get close. Heavy. Refresh the debuffs. Got a 3 stack of Fury. Yeah, versus extra large and extra large champs, She-Hulk's Furies do last considerably longer, but also all her stuns are significantly longer versus large and extra large champs. So it's really nice because it's kind of like a White Mag's passive parry pre-fight. It's similar to that duration. You have time to think, time to organize your thoughts. You can get a medium and a heavy in most times versus anyone that's large or extra large, which is really, really nice. Yep, this fight just going as planned. I think he kills himself, and that's it. So yeah, first war of the season, not too bad. I did have a death, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. More to come later on.